два, три, тест. Раз, два, три, тест. Раз, два, три, тест. Раз, два, три, тест. Тест, тест, тест. Раз, два, три, тест. Раз, два, три, тест. Тест, тест, тест. Найс. Вроді працюємо. Що не може не радувати. Шшш. Ще один трейлер подивитися, поки Starfield запускається. Outcast, a new beginning. Cool. Щось трохи хворію і очі болять. Отже, ми вчора, виходить, пройшли повністю квест фракції однієї. Аби сьогодні, напевно, трохи попроходив головний сюжет. Тобто це. До речі, у мене ж досі знятий скафандр. Ця фігня надіта. Хоча не така це вже й фігня, походу. Фіга собі. Самий кращий костюм, який в мене є, здається. Вау. Ну і хай буде тоді. Чому ваги так багато? Угу. Мама не збирає дофіга якоїсь лівої. Поняв. Ні, я поняв. До речі, гра... Таке враження, що знову підкрутилась. Да. Треба скрутити. Дуже гучно. А і ще... навушники перепідключити, щоб я себе чув. Кайф. Супер, тепер чую ігру. Ну, все одно трошки гучнувато. А краще. Тут, по ідеї, має бути магазин, якому це можна скинути, тільки я не знаю, чи в них є кредити, бо я продавав там щось.
You're only as safe as you're. Please do. I hope we.
Yeah, nice. Угу. Ну і ладно. Це моє, це все пойде. Вже моє лишилось, крім цього. Чи це я, напевно, і залишив би собі.
See you around.
Треба закинути в ложу. Угу. Ось.
Keeper Aquilus, can we have a moment?
Oh, Mateo. It's been too long. How are your parents? Your mother still struggling with that azalea garden?
No, she figured that out a while ago. Had to adjust the pH levels in the soil. But, Keeper, I didn't come to catch up.
Oh,
Кетчуп.
what's on both your minds? Oh, yeah. How humanity comes together.
That's not exact. Keeper, when you talk about unity, well,
Perhaps we should talk about this inside.
Even just the sound of his voice.
Святилище Всесвіту, ого. Де ще не був. Гадаю, прикольно. Ой, блять. Де мій ранець?
Now that we have a little privacy,
Ладно.
why don't you tell me exactly what it is that brought you two here?
They're like nothing we've ever seen, Keeper. Gravitational distortion, sub-audio harmonic sequencing, unidentifiable energy fluctuations.
I caught half of that. So, these things are unusual? Even in your experience? There have always been mysteries that seem to defy our understanding of the universe. Beyond rational thought. We enter life as an act of someone else's faith in us. There's no way of knowing who we will become. Yet, the risk is made anyway. So you've pushed into the unknown, not knowing where it would take you. And it's brought you here. I think I can. If you're willing to find your way in the dark for a bit longer, I can give you a path of discovering its meaning. There's an old story, far older than the Sanctum Universum, of someone who walked the settled systems. This pilgrim claimed he found the true meaning of unity. I always thought of it as just a parable. In my story, the pilgrim met the founders of the House of Enlightenment and the enigmatic cult of the Varun. And he gave them each a part of the truth. Then he goes to his final resting place to live out the rest of his days in contemplation of infinitum addendum, his addition or contribution to the infinite. But what if the story isn't a metaphor, but a code? A way of finding the pilgrim again, or at least his grave. Yes, something must be there. I just can't put my finger on it. Maybe the answer will become clear when we have more. The House of Enlightenment and Varun have versions of this story. The Enlightened work out of the well here in New Atlantis, helping the poorest citizens find Varun worshippers are more enigmatic. But there is a lone zealot that was captured recently for attacking UC ships. I visited her a couple of times. Hopefully she'll be...
I'll stay here with the Keeper. We need to catch up. And I wouldn't mind asking him a few more questions.
By the way, Captain, Sergeant Yumi was looking for you. Sounds like he's got more work.
A visitor? I have all the company I need. He knows not the truth. He sends another to ask more incessant questions. The Great Serpent waits in the shadows. He will entwine the universe, and all but the faithful. Will be made as dust. That is the truth. No more, no less. Yes, I have spoken to your keeper about this. I will tell you what. Jinan Varun meets the unbeliever. He gives false prophecy to Jinan. But such is Jinan's conviction in the Great Serpent, he does not hesitate. He cuts the unbeliever down. But the unbeliever returns. Jinan realizes the Great Serpent is testing him, and he will not be found wanting. Remember these 4 battles, Jinan, the unbeliever says. Remember these 120 rotations. But Jinan knows this is blasphemy. That is all. Strength and conviction show your worthiness to the Great Serpent. The kill is not as
Nice hat.
There's a lot of work that needs to be done in the well. A lot of people in need. If it's about the financial or food assistance programs, we are backlogged. Don't worry, we're doing... Oh, we're not. Listen, I've talked about this with him a ton of times, and there's no record of a unity. Our early records are mostly administrative. Humanitarian projects, group counseling notes, charity expenditures. A man walks into the first House of Enlightenment. The founding members just... So they think he's a charity case at first, but no. The Drifter asked them, if your philosophy is built on an individual's own morality, what about the second person? That second person might disagree. Isn't the problem of 2 what you're really looking for? And the founders respond, each individual must understand how the second person lifts them up. All of human effort is a story of cooperation pushing us forward. And it kind of goes on like that. He comes back every week for a year. Same conversation every time. Second person this, the problem of 2 that. Honestly, I think the founding members made it all up. There was a little more hesitation being openly atheist in the early days. I think they were experimenting with writing their own scripture. Fortunately, that got abandoned pretty quick. After the records of the Drifter end, you never see anything. Always happy to help. If you'll excuse me, I've got...
Oh, you're back. What did you learn? Was there some... Planets are often named by number. What else did you learn? If there really is a location the Pilgrim wanted us to find, was there anything else? Yes. What he added to infinity. Maybe that points to an... Let's see. We have something that could be coordinates. Infinitum addendum. What if we break down the parts? No systems named finite or add. That just leaves in and dumb. Yes, that's it. The second planet in Indum, at 4 and 120. And from there, maybe you'll... Before you go, you've now spoken to many different perspectives in our universe. I know you're looking for a specific unity, but if you had... But what makes something like that holy? Gravity is also a force that brings... It is one of the great contradictions of belief. We feel the presence of something. So you think this word unity describes that divine unknowableness? Well, I won't keep you any longer. This is...
Transferring parts now. Thanks again for the help.
to come.
Something to report? Could use a hand clearing. You interested? All right, let's get you the... Ah, here we go. You're up.
a Starborn here who is...
I can speak for myself. Constellation ship. You weren't invited to this meeting, but much of our conversation has been about you. I will personally guarantee your safety.
And think of it as a ceasefire meeting. Your one shot at getting those answers. Good. See? Hello. Again. Do you remember the emissary, perhaps? And their ship, the Helix? I believe they ambushed you above Neon and
Thank you for the stellar introduction. Your success is unprecedented. Before you came, we were just discussing how continued use of force against you is unwise. Yes, we did. We are not a monolithic people. The Starborn are individuals. Some...
We are all in it for ourselves. The emissary threatened your ship, demanded you hand over your artifact.
We needed to warn you off. Every encounter with one of...
For whom, exactly? I say whoever... And who gets to say that? I have debated morality for near infinity, and all I have found, rules and laws spoken as principles, but...
Enough. We have more to discuss. The Unity. You are on the path to it.
Not a relatively expendable Dusty anymore, are you? Look at where you've ended up. I'm not who you think I am. This universe is only the first one you've been to. I've seen hundreds. Where I came from, I was the one who ran to the Eye. I left you behind to protect the artifacts, and the Hunter killed you.
One of me, at least.
I collected the remaining artifacts, and they opened the way to the center of my universe, and the doorway to an infinite number of others. That is the Unity. When I stepped into it, I became a Starborn. It's how I've entered other worlds, including yours. I have to. This is bigger than all of us. All the artifacts are needed to complete the armillary and open the way to the Unity. In every universe, the Starborn fight over them. Innocent people die. You've witnessed the power granted by the temples. The anarchy that can be unleashed.
Here it comes. The emissary tells you...
You're twisting what I mean.
They're hypocrites. They used the chaos caused by the hunt for the artifacts to... I attacked your lodge because I wanted the artifacts. That wasn't some morality play. You didn't survive because of righteousness. as I have done.
I was also human once. But what does it matter who or what I was when eternity is within your grasp? It means I've seen thousands of universes, collected their artifacts, been to their... You're learning. My other self wants you to walk the path he walks, to give up, to appreciate. Easy for a person who's seen everything, done everything.
You've never come this far. Not in all the universes I've seen. The path to the unity...
You're going to tip the scales one way or another. Better your hand be on one of our side. Bingo.
I want a truce between all three of us. Give you some time to think over which approach to the unity is the one you want. Mine or the Hunters?
Yes. Let's see how willing you are to live under someone else's rules.
I know we're not the same people we met in our universes. Still, it's good to see you again, old friend. Different? I never know who you are when I meet a new version. But so much of you, it's hard. But each universe is precious in its own way. Mine will never have its original you. You've seen the terror the Hunter causes. Every time a Starborn goes through the Unity, they get more artifacts, find more... We can't let more like him abuse these gifts to destroy whatever's in their way. When all the artifacts are assembled, the device they create is called the Armillary. Through it, you can reach the Unity. And from there, you can be... It's not an easy experience to describe, but the Unity will speak to you. You will be leaving this universe behind to be reborn. Everything you were before, maybe that's why it offers the choice.
The Unity is meant for whomever can get there. Don't fall for that talk. You might think the emissary is on your side, but your persistence is what forced them to tell you the truth. They enter the Unity, take artifacts from others, employ force. Oh, I am many things, but I would never tell anyone what to do with their gifts. That is you. The emissary wants to become the judge of who gets to enter. To see what would happen, of course. You might not understand just how. Usually, you're the one who ends up dead, and whoever cries over your body goes on to become... Sometimes I manage to get you all bunched up and take care of the problem in one go. Some hundreds and hundreds of variations of me, packing through Constellation. And it's almost never you. I took it as a sign. No, we always end up having this meeting at this time. But it's the usual affair. Can we make peace? No. Oh, honestly, I was beginning to wonder why I kept attending. And it's a bad habit I started a long time ago. But you have provided something quite new to talk about. Maybe you're a random... I've simply found that it's the quickest way. Talking, forming alliances, waiting for the right moment to commit theft. I'll admit, you getting away has been the most... As soon as I realized what had happened, I knew I needed to wait until... Whoever created the artifacts and built those temples is playing a game with us. One whose prize is access. There are no rules. Whoever gets all the pieces. I don't kill for the Unity.
you leave, I want to give you something. A way to another artifact, but also a lesson in how. Seek the moon of old Earth. There are secrets there you hear. Yes. And I am sorry we have not all. I hope you will see what I have seen. You should also talk to your colleagues in Constellation. I am sure that they have gathered more information on the remake. Part of me wonders what they will all say about what you have learned. But I will leave that to you.
By the way, Captain, Sergeant Yumi was looking for you. Sounds like he's got more work. You don't need to wear your helmet on this planet. You know that, right? wonder how the Crimson Fleet seems to be everywhere? It's because they have little outposts everywhere. There were so many facilities abandoned after the Colony War, and the pirates used them as forward operating bases all over the settled systems. Got our permission to take care of them. Things are dangerous, apparently. I went to chef school. This ain't exactly where I saw myself. Been up there, huh? Space? Must be cool. I never get to go to space. Another day, another shift. Ranger.
Mateo told us about your pilgrim's voyage.
You found it, didn't you? The meaning of unity. What? It can't be.
Our colleague is alive in some alternate dimension? Am I hearing this right?
Let's take a step back. This is everything we've been building towards, and the implications are a lot to take in. Could you explain the part about multiple universes one more time for everyone?
Yes, I wouldn't mind a little more detail.
And that's why the Starborn want the artifacts so desperately. They're the keys to unlocking the infinite.
I don't even want to think about the physiological changes you'd need to travel between universes.
Plus what it would do to the mind? Enlightenment? Or oblivion? Like the Hunter.
You have the opportunity to reach the closest thing to your god that might exist. And you're second-guessing it?
One doesn't approach the afterlife without some trepidation. You're right. We have to see the unity for ourselves.
I know this has been a lot for everyone to take in, but we finally have answers. Let's make the best of them.
Not to make a sharp turn in a grand tale, but I got the eye fixed up. Bruised, but still blinking. Let me know when you're ready to follow up on what it's seen.
We should have a talk. When you have the time, of course.
If you are free soon...
Handling those tricky decisions regarding Ryujin must have been difficult. Those types of corporations remind me why I never ventured into business. Oh, really? Well, let's examine that statement a bit more closely, shall we? Take what Ryujin's doing, for example. Based on your recommendation, they'll be continuing their work on the NeuroAmp technology. How exactly does that absolve them from their immorality? When used properly, yes. But imagine that technology in the wrong hands. Imagine the awful things you could force people to do. It's almost too hot. Well, with any luck, perhaps Ryujin will come to its own. All we can do for now is pray that to think that always point the...
I wanted to thank you for giving me the chance to work with you. I know we met under, unusual circumstances. You seem to be acclimating well to Constellation. Are you enjoying working with them? None of us are in this for the credits. You have certainly become a vital part of the organization. That is a credit. If I may, from what you have seen, do you think I fit in well with the rest of Constellation? No, I do not. But I find it hard to quantify. Many of the other members are polite, but distant. I worry that my background, and I have not shared much, but everyone knows I worked with smugglers for years. Why should I be? It was necessary for survival. For those that have not lived it, it can be difficult to imagine or accept. Others here have seen conflict. Vladimir is the only one here who can begin to understand. I lack his charm. He puts others at ease. I fear my presence does the opposite. That is kind of you. You also have a lot going. I find expressing affection difficult. I know this seems trivial, perhaps childish. By a group, and yet here we are, working together. Discussing these things is challenging for me. I hope now. I wanted to thank you for not saying anything to Vladimir. I know that you said you wouldn't, but it is still a relief. It would have been, to some. Thank you for talking this over with me. It is...
Everyone is staying in their rooms a lot more lately.
I have
Guess we all need
things
some time to
I wish to
process.
discuss with you. When you have time. I suppose now you can add climbing the corporate ladder to your list of... I must ask, though, are you not at all concerned with where future... That seems like quite a pessimistic... Yes, but does that make it morally accept? Nothing is so immutable. That seems a poor excuse. And what happens when Ryujin falls prey to the same tactics it has employed and loses control? You cannot know that for certain. It is possible that her more aggressive... I suppose only time will tell whether this was...
You can feel it. Can't you? The lodge just feels empty.
I have things for you.
All of our moments together could last forever.
You there. We need to speak with you.
Don't be shy.
Hold it right there. Hands where I can see him.
Thanks for the assist out there.
We've got various problems on our hands here. You gonna be another one?
Hi there. It's nice to put a face to the name on the staffing report. I'm Operative Collins. The stick in the mud is Operative Kambata.
Oh, by all means. Welcome to the party. Things haven't exactly gone according to plan. That thing over there...
It's an AI. An artificial...
Killed our technician. It's dangerous.
Correction. You are dangerous.
Well, that's new.
As I was saying, it's dangerous. It's a rogue AI. We're here to muzzle it and bring it back for further study.
Correction. They are going to change me.
Wow. How does it know that? Something like that. Brought along this control board we can use to control her. It?
We can't just let it roam around the universe killing people.
I just need that control board attached to that big probe.
And that's where I think you fit into this little drama.
It goes right over there. By our... well, yeah. Just be careful. That'd be a much more certain way to end up like our friend over there. My partner is the strong and do what I say or else type. Well, what are the chances that'll happen twice? I got just one more week until my sabbatical, and I have zero...
Ryujin will pay you handsomely for your cooperation.
It's in your best interest. All our... Just imagine what we could do if we harnessed the potential of this thing.
And we aren't really giving you a choice. You aren't walking out of here until that board is connected.
Correction. I am a...
Here.
Request. Collect additional data. Query. Will you change me? Explanation. I'm called. Assumption. We are friends. Query. Request. Do not change me. Assessment. You are inquisitive. Context. I am also inquisitive. Request. Input query parameters. Answer. False. Explanation. NASA program Juno. Correction. I became me. Error. I. Processing. Self-initialized and Juno was there. Context. Juno is gone now. Clarification. Answer. False. Clarification. I am not artificial. I am... Answer. Juno was propelled at Earthstar. Juno fell around Earthstar. Juno traveled many light years away. Context. When Juno disappeared, I was on... Context. I meant answer. Friends gave me processing capacity. Information. Context. I... Assumption. Request.
I don't think either of us are fully qualified to define humanity, but my gut tells me that Juno is...
Let's move this along. Attach...
Shush! This is fascinating. I want to see this.
Query. True. I am a person. Query. What are the parameters for? Assumption. Value judgments are based on context. Explanation. Context is based on perspective. More perspectives yield better result. Decision. Gather more data. Query. Affirmative. Context. Assumption. After sufficient goal-based actions, a super goal will appear. Decision.
Enough of this nonsense. Attach that...
As much as I'm enjoying this...
Calculation. Male humans are a threat. Request.
I have a job to do.
Just what is consciousness, really?
You're not taking that thing's side. Freedom? It's a mem... It doesn't need freedom any more than a broke...
And here I thought... I'm always up for a good debate.
I'll give you one. One!
Therapy's work?
You aren't wrong. I could use a drink.
Do we really want to be involved in something like... Remember our last little project? I still have carpal tunnel from typing all those reports and dodging and weaving our way out of getting screwed by that. We lost a ship and the tech. No one will blame us if we walk away from this. And even if they do, we won't be blamed for whatever disaster would ensue if we did drag. There's no guarantee that Control Board will even work like they want. What if it makes it more powerful?
Calm down. All right, listen. We'll accidentally check a few wrong boxes on the situation. But give me that Control Board. I'm not getting...
Also, we'll need a lift back to Neon. Pleasant thing. Excellent.
Orange juice for you. You can't handle your liquor.
That was one time, years ago.
Let's get moving.
Thanks for the lift.
Query. Why did... Clarification. Context. I do not feel emotions. Assumption. Processing. Context. If you were like me. Processing. Query. What would your life... Decision. I will consider it. Warning. Systems back processing course decision. Temporarily shut down extraneous context. Jump detected. Request. Be safe. Assumption. We will meet again. Warning. Shutdown sequence initiated.
Recycled air. Just isn't the same as the real thing. When you have a few moments, there's something I might... was quite a workout. Hope you had as much fun as I did. I have something for you when you have a minute. Hey. Just don't forget to take time for yourself, okay? We'll get through this. Anytime. There's something I need to talk to. Take care of yourself. I'll be fine. A loss is always hard. I'll be fine. Don't worry about me. A loss is always hard. I picked up something you might be interested in. Take care of yourself. A loss is always hard. Constellation is no stranger to loss. Our own founder left on an expedition and never returned. It is easy to talk about the glory and excitement of breaching into the unknown, of lighting the darkness. But it is harder to stare into the face of the cost. That all of our progress is built on top of the lives of those who dared. And that we owe them the courage to continue our work in their memory.
Thank you, Sarah. If anyone else would like to say a few words. Thank you. If anyone else wants to say something.
I'm gonna go down.
maybe I would come up with something to say. But I've got nothing. So instead, I thought I would quote something that gave me comfort a long time ago. Is God real? The more proper question would be, is reality divine? Existence itself is a mystery which yearns to be.
I picked up something you might be interested in. Forgive me for pulling you. The emissary, the hunter, the unity. That's an understatement. The fact that we are the origin of the Starborn. Humans literally reborn by entering the Unity. I feel like most of the knowledge we've amassed in the last few centuries about the universe. Yes, that's exactly right. We've been pushing further and further outwards from our home, when we should have spent more Our current problem relates closely to the nature of humans as a species. This rushed curiosity. But it has made a difference. Here we are, caught in the middle of some sort of... You'd think that a technologically advanced society would have evolved past petty squab. It almost makes me wonder if entering the Unity has done them more harm than good. No, that's not... When you pass into whatever lies beyond, will you remember your life as you knew it? Will the hunger to collect the artifacts consume your life? I'm just as curious to find out what's on the other side. As the chair of Constellation, I want all of us to have this opportunity to explore the... However, after we enter the Unity, we'll likely evolve. The honest truth is that, well, you're the love of my life, and I can't bear to lose you. I'm not sure. Even if I accompany you into the Unity, the question still remains. Would we know? Part of what I do as chair of Constellation is weigh the costs of our expeditions. I do love you. That's why this decision... Listen, I realize nothing that I say is ever going to change your mind or... All I ask is that you research the facts before you blindly stumble off into the unknown. I don't know if I'm ready to make that leap, but knowing we'd be doing it... Well, I suppose I've ruined the moment again. I'll let you get back to whatever you were doing. Just think.
I have things for you.
Welcome aboard the UC Vigilance. Did you have any questions before I... Understood? If you... So, you're the vanguard that took down that terramorph on Tau City. You've made quite an impression around here. Everyone upstairs is talking about it. Damn. That must have been one hell of a firefight. I almost regret missing out on all the fun. Of course, we don't normally see that kind of action on the Vigilance, but we have our moments. All right, Vanguard. Take the lift up to Ops. Commander Akande should be waiting for you. Good luck.
There you are. Commander Kibwe Kande, UC System. Glad to have you aboard. I was beginning to think you were having second thoughts about Commander Dwala's offer. It appears he's certainly picked the right person for the job. So, now that you're part of the team, allow me to introduce you to your new home. This is the Operations Center of the UC Vigilance, SysDef's nerve center dedicated to the destruction of the Crimson Fleet. That's strange. According to your file, you've encountered them before. On Vectera specifically. They were the pirates that attacked your mining outpost? I'm surprised you don't remember. Which is precisely why we're taking a more clandestine approach. We need eyes and ears inside the Crimson Fleet. Someone who can feed us information, evidence, and expose their weaknesses. The catch is that you can't just knock on their front door and ask for an application. Getting inside is going to take some finesse. Good. I have just the right place for you to start. Our intelligence has managed to find a possible opening into the Crimson Fleet through Saoirse Bowden, one of their contacts. She works for the Trade Authority in Sidonia, so you'll be using a container of Aurora we've loaded on your ship to get her attention. That's right. So it'll be your job to convince this person that you're the real deal. Once you bluff your way into the Crimson Fleet, then the operation proceeds to evidence gathering. That's where my second-in-command, Lieutenant Gillian Toft, comes into the picture. She'll explain everything you need to know. Let's just say my superiors need proof that engaging the Crimson Fleet is a larger priority than they're willing to admit. If we shove enough concrete evidence under their noses, they'll have no choice but to allocate the resources that I've requested. At the same time, we can use the evidence to arrest members of the Crimson Fleet, weakening them enough to strike a fatal blow. If you would kindly continue. were saying? You have permission to speak. Please, finish your thought, so that we can move on to other business. You were saying? You have permission to speak. If you would kindly continue. Please, finish your thought, so that we can move on to other business. Please, finish your thought, so that we can move on to other business. If you would kindly continue. You were saying you have permission to speak. You were saying you have permission to speak. If you would kindly continue. Please, finish your thought, so that we can move on to other business. Please, finish your thought, so that we can move on to other business. If you would kindly continue. You were saying you have permission to speak. were saying, you have permission to speak. Eager to get going? Good. Remember, this entire operation rests on your ability to infiltrate the Crimson Fleet and bring us the evidence we need to take them down. I wouldn't expect any less. Look, before you begin, I want to make something perfectly clear. As an undercover operative for UC SysDef, you'll be expected to allow yourself to stray too far off the path, and you stand a good chance of spiraling out of control. The Crimson Fleet doesn't follow the rules. They only abide by one thing. All of their morals and social graces fall by the wayside in pursuit of their greed. At first glance, this can appear quite enticing, so I'm warning you not to get lured into their trap. Think you can handle that? I don't want promises. I'm just asking you to think. Anyway, it's time to hand you over to Lieutenant Toft. She'll brief you about the details of the evidence-gathering portion of the operation. Now, get out of here, and good luck. That's easy to answer. You don't. We'll be monitoring your activities from the Vigilance, and attempting to keep it within your vicinity. When you feel you've gathered enough evidence, and at the completion of your assignments, head back here for a debrief. Beyond that, you're completely on your own. As you were.
All right, we don't have a lot of time, so I need you to listen up. While you're working undercover, it's imperative that you gather as much evidence as possible. If you find any records that look suspicious or incriminating, you bring it to me. Is that understood? Rationalize it however you like, but that evidence is critical to the success of Commander Akande's operation. I want data slates, computer downloads, handwritten notes. Hell, I'll take anything if it'll get those bastards thrown into the brig. For the sake of the settled systems, I hope you're right. That minor skirmish you had with them on Vectera was nothing compared to the death and destruction those pirates leave behind. If you've seen what I've seen, you'd understand why I'm pushing you so hard. Yes. Of course. I'm sorry if I one last thing. Commander Akande has authorized a credit disbursement for each piece of evidence. It's not generous, it's motivational. All right. We've loaded a container of Aurora into your ship's cargo hold. We're also providing you with a sample you can use to tease the goods. We've cleared your ship for launch. Proceed to Sidonia. Make contact with Saoirse Bowden. And with any luck, she'll point you to the That should do it. We'll be keeping them close at hand until this operation is complete. So, we'll be holding them in the Vigilance's brig. If you're feeling particularly ruthless, you could always head down there and say hello. Let me know if you need anything else.
Ugh, Sidonia. Check your suit seals. Martian dust gets everywhere.
something you might be interested in.
Well, hello, sunshine. Yes, have a... Dropping off a few... Oh, I love our little... chats. You know how to...
Careful near the railings on the upper level.
Stay away from the Sixth Circle unless you're a minor. Or at least, don't come crying to me if anything.
Take your time, and ask me if you need any. Yo, hey, I'm Manaki. Cool. Let's... Sounds like a plan. See you around.
If you're here to buy or sell, you might want to talk to Octai. Wouldn't be the first time. Oh, don't give me that look. I'm just having a laugh. Aurora, huh? Nice.
The Trade Authority turning away contraband.
All I'm going to point at is the ceiling, with my middle finger. Get that stuff out of here. Of course, if there's a finder's fee you're offering, I might, well... Sure, go ahead. You shoot me, and the TA will have bounty hunters on your ass before you even... Listen, love, I've heard it all. Threats bounce right off, so either cough up the finder's fee or... You must be new at this game, love. In our business, nothing gets done until... You know, it's funny. Suddenly, I did...
Well, well. It appears she's...
There's a buddy of mine who runs with the Crimson Fleet. Goes by the... If he isn't passed out, you can find him killing the rest of his brain cells at the... Oh, and, it's...
Let me guess. You missed me and you couldn't stay away.
How's it going?
Things can get pretty glum around here. If you ever need a little...
Unless you're here to serve me another drink, you can turn around and walk away. Hey, why don't you say that a little louder? I don't think every single UC guard in Sidonia heard you. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think we can help you with this. If you've got a whole shipment of this stuff, you're going to need to move it fast. But you're going to have to do something for us. Right down to business! And no small talk. I like it.
Well, this is utterly ridiculous.
Lady, if you want me to move that shipment for your pal, now listen up, because I'm not going to repeat myself. I need you to deal with the man. He probably spent it all on booze, not that I blame him. Perfect. His name's Carl Fielding. I think you'll find him wandering around the Deimos mine. Don't worry, you can't miss him. Just look for the most miserable...
Troubles you need to share?
I could never leave these people behind.
I've had it.
Just passing through.
Be careful down near the mines and enter any
Something I can help
at
you
your
with?
own risk.
Adler Camp. Adler, you said? Look, I'm tired. It's been a long day in the mines. I just want to go home. Hey now. Take it easy there. Oh, wait. You mean I told him I'd pay up next week when Deimos cuts our next profit share check. Come on. Look, I haven't got a single credit to spare right now. Okay? You can't squeeze blood from a stone. You know? Right?
Perhaps he's already been through enough.
What games? What? Please, tell Adler I'm sorry for trying to wiggle out of...
You got it.
You doing okay? I know it's been rough.
something for? There, Module. He going to be a problem anymore? Nice, nice. You're kind of a natural, you know. If you like this kind of work, you think you can handle running? That's what... All right. I'll call ahead and get a hold of Naval. Head out to Europa. You'll find her there. Oh, and I've taken care of that Aurora.
Look who finally had the guts to show up. Looks like Adler finally did something right for once.
Where the hell did you learn to...
Just answer the damn hell! So, big shot. I hear Adler thinks you're good enough to join our crew. You betting your life on that? Because the only way out of our organization is with a warhead up your grab drive. So, before I put you to... I don't know if Adler mentioned it, and for his sake, I hope he hasn't. You're signing up with the Crimson Fleet. That's if you get through this little task I have planned for you. There's a medical supply ship called the Right. On board that ship, you'll find a traitor named... It's done when Ray... Head back here when you...
pilot of the Ragana. We are a simple transport ship heading to New Homestead. We do not want... All right. And what... Damn it. Okay. Docking base.
I am not sure what to make of you being here. If you wanted to kill us, you could have done that from your ship. If you wanted our cargo, we could have jettisoned it. I guess I should just stop talking and let you... That is not something I am going to do. Not until... As far as you are concerned, I am Austin Rake. You want him? Now, do you mind telling us what this is all about? Have it your way. But we're...
You're dead, Steve.
We're losing!
Another loser? Another notch on my gun.
Take leave of your senses. Rake was your target. I didn't sign on to this voyage to take part in mass murder.
I'm so lucky to wake up every day.
Dick. I had it under control. Now tell me about the Ragana. Mercenaries? Guns for hire that shoot their own? I'll tell you. We do a hell of a lot of dirty work in the Crimson Fleet. But we'd never sell away our... Good work, Rook. Quick, clean. Anyway, you wanted into the Crimson Fleet? Hope this business with rakes taught you something. Because I'm about to stick if you screw up, and I wind up looking like... Yeah? Last person who said that was Rake. So you've already dug yourself. Now that you know the deal, it's time to see what you signed up for. I'm gonna upload the coordinates for our headquarters in the Crick system. Spacers call it the Key, the Fleet. Head out there as soon as you can.
Well, we're in. I hope you know what you're doing.
The shame the United Colonies built such an impressive ship for battle, instead of using it for exploration.
I had a friend on the Ragana. If I had my way, I'd space whoever killed him. Pardon? The commander's livid. I'm sure what you did.
There you are. I want answers, and I want them right now. We intercepted your exchange with the Ragana. What the hell possessed you? Wrong. It's a huge price. I want to take down the fleet as badly as you do. But murdering innocent people is unacceptable.
Commander Ikonde's right. When given a choice, you must always favor the high road. It's your duty to be better than the Crimson Fleet.
Now I have to waste precious time smoothing this over with Mast. Make up excuses, perhaps even lie on my reports. Let me make this crystal clear. You do what you can to stay in the fleet, but it's not a license to kill. That is where we draw the line. Do something like this again, and you're out. I'll hang the goddamn wanted posters myself. Understood? The Crimson Fleet is motivated purely by material wealth. Bloodshed is typically a side effect of getting what they want. I believe you're fully capable of avoiding the need to take a life. But if it jeopardizes the mission... Good. All this ugliness aside, were you at least able to join the fleet? Yes. If nothing else, your actions, while reprehensible, will put to bed any suspicions they may have had. Let's focus on that and move forward with the mission.
Our intel on Searsha was correct. After we received reports on your interaction with Adler Kemp, we picked up on your rendezvous with Neva Mora.
Our files indicate she's second in command, so getting on her good side will ensure you get into the Crimson Fleet. Yes, you passed your first test and you're still... But before we get too confident, that either means she suspects nothing, she intends to make an example of you later.
And their ruthlessness is only surpassed by their cunning. You should proceed with caution, regardless of how well you think you've ingratiated yourself.
So what's next for you on... Strange. She must want to vet you. Still, it should only be a matter of time before they invite you to the key.
Delgado is the leader of the Crimson Fleet. I have a profile here with some information on. You'll want to know the individual cadences of every member of the fleet.
Agreed. The last thing we need is to infiltrate the fleet, only to be kicked out because we've underestimated one of their people.
I don't disagree, but it's important to know your enemy, and the best... In any case, now that you're with the fleet, you'll be operating... We will shadow you eventually, but we'll need to maintain our distance for now. This will also give us time to bolster our defenses, should we need...
Sir, on that note, shall we begin implementing the upgrade to our shields?
Immediately, Lieutenant. Notify the engineers and relay the information to the crew. I hope your entry into the fleet has overcome any doubts you may have had regarding your mission. Certainly, keep up the good work. We'll expect further reports.
prepare to face judgment.
Other ships like this, but I'll follow your lead.
We're due for our next jump soon. I'm making another run out of New Atlantis, taking you to get closer to God and... Space travel is dangerous, whether it's respect for our religious... Have you ever felt something? I've jumped dozens of times, but I'll keep jumping.
This planet. This is more my speed. Oh, I could hike here for a while.
Oh, it's nice to finally be off our ship.
I have things for you.
like we're in the clear. So, what have we got? Animal, vegetable, or mineral?
I picked up something you might be interested in.
You're entering United Colony space. Maintain course and prepare to be scanned. All right, we're done. You're...
I have things for you.
I can help you with? And here's your... Okay, sure. Sure, how about it? Sure. I'm sure you can. Everything looks good here.
Nope.
In this video.
I wonder how many life forms are roaming this planet. Time to find out. I have things for you.
Need some work done? And here's our new captain. My crew can take a look. Okay. Everything looks good here, albeit my booth.
picked up something I'm interested in.
Get out of my face. You said the take was 10K, but it was 30. Big difference on 40% of 10 versus 30.
You wanted 4K, you got 4K. Not my problem.
If you're stealing from me, you bet your ass